Hi students, welcome back to computer class. So in our last class we started chapter number 7, an introduction to access. Okay, in that particular chapter we saw what do you mean by a database management system. Okay, first we saw the definition for database management system. Okay, then we saw the advantages of using this DBMS. Okay, then we saw what do you mean by a table. Okay, and then we saw the how to start a Microsoft Access 2010. Then we studied the different components of that Access window, data types which are used in that Microsoft Access window. And at last we saw how to create a new database and how to save a database also. Okay, these were the topics that we covered in our last class. Hope all of you are clear with the topics that we covered, and if you are having any doubt, you can ask me in my personal number. Okay, you can either call me or you can message me. So today we are going to continue with the rest of that particular chapter. Students, next topic that we are going to cover is about views of a table. See, in our last class we have studied what we mean by a table, and table is said to be the basic building block of your database. In a table, data is stored and organized in the form of rows and columns. Okay, we have studied about these things in our last class, and today let us study how to create tables in detail. See, a table in Microsoft Access, they can be created in datasheet view or in design view. Once again, a table in Microsoft Access, they can be created in two ways. First one is datasheet view and second one is by using design view. So datasheet view is the default view that we'll be seeing when a new table is being created. Okay, datasheet view or the first view is said to be the default view when we create a new table. Now let us study in detail about this two types of views and how we can create a new table by using this two types of views. That is, first one is datasheet view and second one is design view. First, moving on to datasheet view. In datasheet view, we can start entering data in a table, and what happens is that Microsoft Access will automatically build the structure of that particular table, and at the same time Microsoft Access will automatically select the data type for the data that is being stored inside the field. Okay, this is what I mean by datasheet view. So if you're creating a table by using the datasheet view, in datasheet view you can start entering the data into a table. Once you have entered the data into the table, Microsoft Access will automatically create the structure for that particular table, and at the same time Microsoft Access will automatically select the data type for the data which is being stored in that particular field. So this is the first type of view through which we can create a table. And moving on to the second type of view, that is design view. In design view, as compared to datasheet view, you have to create the structure for the table and you have to enter the data type for the fields that you have created. Okay, see the difference between datasheet view and design view. In datasheet view, once you have entered the data into the table, Microsoft Access will automatically create the structure, and it will also at the same time automatically select the data type for that data which are stored in the field. But in design view, you have to create the structure for the table, and you have to select you have to design the data type for the table. That is the difference between datasheet view and design view. Once again, in datasheet view, once you have entered the data into the table, Microsoft Access will automatically create the structure for the table, and at the same time Microsoft Access will automatically select the data type. But in design view, you have to create the structure for the table and you have to select the data type for the fields. Okay, this is the difference between datasheet view and design view. Now let us study how to create a table by using datasheet view. Okay, so when you create a new database, we have studied that by default Microsoft Access will open a new table in datasheet view. Okay, and also at the same time Microsoft Access, it will name the first field as the ID field. These are the two default things that will happen when you create a new database. Okay, once again, when you create a new database, by default Microsoft Access will open a new table in datasheet view, and at the same time Microsoft Access will name the first field as the ID field. These two things happens as default when you create a new database. See in this picture, once you create a new database, automatically Microsoft Access will open a new table in datasheet view, and you can see in this picture that the structure of the table is been already created, and also at the same time the first field is been named as ID field. These two things happens by default when you create a new database. So with this it is clear that how to create a table by using datasheet view. Okay, and now let us see, or now let us study how to enter data to this table. See, this is a blank table now, and now let us study how to enter data into this table by using the datasheet view. So I want to transform my blank table into this form, like what you see in this picture. This is said to be an employee table, and here the first field, as you see, it is the employee ID field, which is automatically created by the Microsoft Access. So you can leave that particular field, ID field, okay, and rest of the field, that is employee name, gender, city, department. Now let us see how to enter this details into our table. Okay, now we are going to study how to change a blank table into a employee table by filling this details. First field is said to be ID field, which is automatically created by Microsoft Access. And now let us study how to enter the data in the rest of the fields. It is in employee name, gender, city, department. Okay, now we are going to see the steps of how to enter data. So the first step that you have to follow in order to enter the data into our table is, under the click to add column, like what you see in this picture, you have to start entering the first record. Okay, first step is, under the click to add column, like what you see in this picture, you can start entering the first record. Here the first record is employee name. Okay, so you can start entering the employee name. If you want to move to the next field, you can click on the tab key. If you want to move to a new record, you have to use the arrow keys. Okay, so first step is, you have to, under the click to add column, you have to start entering the first record. If you want to move to the next field, you have to press the tab key. If you want to move to a new record, you have to click on the arrow keys. While you are entering the records, your screen will look like what you see in this picture. Okay, see, there is a pencil icon that is provided in this picture, and this pencil icon shows that the record is being entered or it is being edited. Okay, so if you want to move to the next field, you have to click on the tab key, and if you want to move to the next record, you have to use the arrow keys. Okay, and while entering your record, this is how your screen looks like. And there is a pencil icon that is being given. That pencil icon shows that the record is being entered or edited. Okay, this is the way in which you can enter the data into a table. So after entering all the records, you can see that the field names, it is being given as field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5. That field names need to be changed. This is important because field 1, field 2 and all those things does not specify what type of data is being stored into that particular field. Okay, so after entering all the records, the second thing that you have to look is that you have to change the field name. Okay, why we are changing the field name is because this field 1, field 2, field 3, they does not specify what type of data is stored into that particular field. If you want to know what type of data is being stored into a particular field, we have to give a field name. So in order to change a field name, we have to follow some steps. First step is, you have to click on the field 1 in the table. Okay, and you have to click on the fields tab. See what you see in this picture, in figure 7.15, it is known as the fields tab. Okay, First step is you have to click on the field 1 in the table and you have to click on the fields tab. And second step is in fields tab there is an option known as name and caption. You have to click on the option names and caption. Once you click on the option names and caption, the enter field property dialog box will appear like what you see in figure 7.16. Okay, in that particular dialog box you have to delete the field 1 and you have to type the new field name. So here for example my first field is for ID. Okay, so I am deleting the field 1 and I am typing the new field name as employee ID in the name box, and at last I have to click on the OK button. Okay, these are the steps that you have to follow in order to change a field name. Similarly, change the field name of other columns also. Okay. So what are the steps that you have to follow in order to change a field name? First, you have to click on the field 1 in the table and you have to click on the field tab like what you see in figure 7.15. What you see in figure 7.15 is the field tab. And in field tab there is an option known as name and caption. You have to click on that particular option. Once you click on names and caption option, the enter field property dialog box will appear like what you see in figure 7.16. And in the name box, the field 1 is being provided. You have to delete field 1 and you have to type the new field name. For example, here I am typing employee ID instead of the field 1 and I have to click on the OK button. Okay, and you have to follow the steps in order to change the field name of other columns too. And finally our employee table is being created with all the details. Okay, so these are the steps that you have to follow in order to enter the data into our data view table. First one is under the click to add column, you have to first start entering the first record. And if you want to move to the next record, you have to click on the arrow key. If you want to move to the next field, you have to click on the tab key. After entering all the records, the field names are to be changed, and you have seen the steps of how to change the field name too. Okay, and finally this is how our employee table is being created with all the details. Okay, so this is how to create a data, or this is how to enter the data into a table by using the data sheet view. So now we have studied how to create a table or how to enter the data into a table by using data sheet view. That is the first view. Okay, and now let us study the second method or the second way of how to create a table by using the design view. Okay, so here I am using a student record table, or I am going to create a student record table by using the design view. Okay, now let us see the steps of how to create a student record table by using a design view. What are the steps that we have to follow? Step number 1 is you have to click on the create tab. Step number 2, click on the table design in the tables group. A new table will appear in the database in the design view. Okay, these are the first two steps that you have to follow. First you have to click on the create tab, then you have to click on the table design. Then a new table will appear in the database in design. This is how our table looks like after following the first two steps in order to create a table in design view. Okay, this is our blank table. So in this table we have to enter the different details. First detail is to enter the field name, then you have to enter the data type, then you have to enter the description. Okay, so now let us see how to enter the field name into the table. For that you have to follow some steps, and now let us see the steps of how to enter the field name into the table. So in order to create or enter the field name into the table, first step is you can start typing the field names. Okay, like what you see in figure 7.2. In the field name column you can start typing the field names like enrollment number, name of the student, date of birth, course, fees paid. Okay, these are the field names. So after entering the field names, the second task is you have to enter the data type. We have studied that in design view we users have to create the structure of the table and we have to enter the data type for the each field. Okay, in data sheet view we have studied that Microsoft Access will automatically enter the or automatically create the structure for the table. At the same time it will automatically select the data type. But in here in design view we users have to manually enter the data type, and also we have to manually create that structure for our table. Okay, so after entering the field name, second task is to enter the data type. Okay, so in the data type column, you have to first click in the data type column of the field, and the default data type of that particular text will appear. For example, and for first field given is enrollment number, and the data type given is number. We know that the default data type for enrollment number is number. Okay, so likewise, if you want to change the data type, you have to click on that particular arrow in order to open the drop down menu. Okay, and likewise you have to enter the data type for all the field names which are given in this particular table. Okay, so these are the steps that you have to follow in order to create a table by using design view. So finally our student record table is being created by using the design view. Okay, so students, these are the steps that you have to follow in order to create a table by using design view. First step is you have to click on the create tab. Second step is you have to click on the table design. A new table will appear in the database, and then you have to enter the field names. After entering the field names, you have to enter the data type for each fields. Okay, so this is how you can create a table by using design view. This is the final figure of student record table which has been developed by using the design view. So the main difference between datasheet view and design view is that in datasheet view, the Microsoft Access will automatically create the structure of the table and will automatically select the data type. But in design view, we users have to manually create the structure of the table, and we have to enter the, or we have to select the data type for each field. Okay, this is the main difference between datasheet view and design view. Okay, so in this class we have seen how to create a table in two ways, in datasheet view and by using the design view. Okay, and we have seen the steps also, how to create a table by using datasheet view, and second we have seen how to create a table by using design view. Okay, these are the things that we covered today, and with this we come to the end of this particular chapter number 7. Okay, thank you students.